What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on Above Average. If you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It would really help out the channel. Our goal for the end of the year is 10,000 subs, so if you could help your boy out, that would mean the world. And feel free to like this video. It also helps out the video a lot. With that being said, we're looking on the bright side today. You know, after a huge 6-2 win over the Anaheim Ducks, I'd be excited if it wasn't the worst team in the NHL, but I'm excited because we need those points. We're kind of struggling right now, but whatever. That's besides the point. There's a lot of things that are kind of starting to go our way, I feel. Hopefully, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx things. I feel like I always jinx things, but there are four big things that I want to talk about in this video. And to start it off, it starts with your boy Klim Kostin, whatever you want to call him, the Klim Shady. Man, he's been on an absolute tear. Well, I shouldn't say an absolute tear, but he's looked so good, and it's so nice to see. It really is. I feel like he's everything you want Puljujärvi or maybe even Zach Kassian to be, but they ended up not turning out to be. He's like the Swiss Army knife. He's got all the tools. He can fight. He can score every now and then. He can help his boys. He's physical. He skates, fork check, back check. He does it all, man. And he's already on pace. He's already actually surpassed his career high in points with a whopping 7 goals, 4 assists for 11 points in 27 games played this year, which is honestly not bad when considering the fact that he's played 40 games for St. Louis in 21-22, and in those 40 games, 9 points, right? So not bad. He scored 2 goals last night, and that's his second multi-goal game this year, which is so cool to see. He was starting up with Connor for, I think it was 1 or 2 games there, and he didn't look out of place, but I think for right now, maybe the best thing is to do is just keep him where he's at, where he's thriving right now, and that's ultimately with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Matthias Janmark. I think he's a super good complementary player, especially on the third line with Nugent-Hopkins and Janmark. There's that. Like, it's awesome, man. And not only is just a great hockey player, he's a great guy off the ice, and I'm avid about that. I'm huge for as long as they're nice. That goes a long way with me. And man, he steals the show, right? Everybody's loving him. Like, even the players are loving him so much. He's pretty active on social. I don't know if you're following Klim Kostin on Instagram, but almost every game he's posting a story after the game of if he scores a goal, or if Nugent-Hopkins scores, or Leon, or McDavid, something like that, right? The boys seem to love him, and that's awesome, right? That's all you can ask for. They've welcomed him in, and he's thriving. He's thriving in the orange and blue, and that's exactly what we love to see. It is kind of funny because I do remember this guy, and I was so confused. Like, when we first traded for him for Samorukov, I was like, Klim Kostin, like, I know this guy. I've seen this guy before. And I'm like, where have I seen him? Yeah, you've seen him at the World Juniors, flipping off the Canadian fans when they lost, Team Russia, they lost. But it looks like he's matured quite a bit from there. Obviously, his emotions were running high. That's the first big thing I want to say. What an absolute treat and surprise it was. Like, I got to give Kenny Holland absolute 100% credit for this trade. It's really panned out in our favor, which doesn't happen that often. So it's nice to see. And he's on the way up. Who's to say he doesn't get better? I think he's really going to take his game to another level. I can totally see him do it and doing it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Klim Kostin in the comment section below. And is it Klim or Klim? Because I've been switching it around this whole video. But enough about Klim Kostin. Next up, we are the first team, the Oilers. That's right. There's 32 teams in the NHL, and the Oilers are the first team to have 4 20-goal scorers. And who knows, man, we might be able to have 5 with Evander Kane coming back. So that is pretty sweet, and it's pretty cool. And it all started with last night. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, nice little kind of a greasy goal, if you will. But, I mean, it's still pretty cool to say, because I remember, I think it was the Calgary Flames, our friends down south, they were able to do it last year with Tkachuk, Lindholm, Gaudreau, and Mangiapane. And, man, but I think they ended up getting 30 goals. They had 4 30-goal scores. So who knows? We're just past halfway of this season, and we might be able to do that as well. So it's pretty cool. Obviously, offense isn't the issue with this team, but I mean, like I said, it's nice to see, right? At least we are getting contributions with not just Connor, not just Leon, but Nuge and Hyman are both set on pace for having career years, and that's unreal, right? Like, it's cool to see, especially for Nuge, man. Like, I was not expecting this big of a year. I was expecting a decent year, but he's taking his game to another level right now, and it's pretty exciting to see, 100%. But with that being said, let's move on to our third thing. And with that being said, I'm saying that a lot. I don't know why. But I kind of already mentioned this. Evander freaking Kane, your boy Evander is on his way back to the Oilers, and could be as soon as, I think I heard, January 19th, so just a week away. How exciting would that be? That's just going to rejuvenate the club, kind of like what it did last year, man. It was he really, we're a different team with Evander, man. He, you know, speaking of people that do it all with Klim Kostin, he's like a younger Evander Kane, right? Like I totally think like those two players on the same line, like that would be a great line, you know. Maybe Leon Draisaitl with Klim and Evander Kane. Like, would you guys like to see that? I think I would, actually. I think that's a solid like playoff line. But enough about playoffs. You know, who knows if we're even going to make it there? But yeah, the point I'm getting at, Evander Kane, he's coming back, man, and it's going to rejuvenate this team. And who's to say, you know, we get him back, and you know, maybe we even get a defenseman. Is it Chikrin? Is it Jacob Chikrin? Are we going to get Chikrin? Or apparently Matt Dumba, he's throwing his name out there a lot lately. Or not, he isn't, but the media is. So this team's, I'm confident, man. I really am. And it's always the second half of the year. We seem to, you know, dial it in, and I think we'll be able to do that. So here's hoping. And it all starts with, well, it should start now, but hopefully Evander Kane can bring back that swagger that this team needs, that so desperately needs. You know, it's another player that comes into the lineup, and you're going to be able to, you know, change the lineup so much more, right? You get him playing with Connor. You know, you can send Hyman down with Draisaitl. You can do a lot more. So I'm really looking forward to having Kane back, and thank God. Like, it was tough to see him go. We've done okay, like literally okay, like nothing crazy at all since he left, but we've done okay, and we're getting him back now. So here's hoping that's the boost that the Oilers need on this final stretch. You know, we're halfway through the season, and we're a wild card team. That's not where any of us wanted, you know, going into this year, not at all. So, but we'll be good, and here's hoping. Evander Kane, you got this, man. If you're listening, if Evander Kane's listening, come on, baby, you got this. Right on. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, and this was huge, and it was evident last night. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah, great.
Well, we're real happy with
But Holloway, man, elevated time for Dylan Holloway, and I think that's the play, right? Like, if you're gonna have Dylan Holloway on the team, you have to be playing him top six. I'm sorry, he's not cutting in the bottom six when he's got no one to play with, really. I know he's good buds with Clouder and Fogel, but I mean, they were doing nothing, and it wasn't even like he was playing with them. Even he was playing with Derek Ryan and Devin Short. Like, come on, like, really, like, what's he gonna do? So it was cool to see Yamo, Holloway, and McDavid. They looked pretty good. They generated quite a bit of chances last night. Obviously, Connor McDavid with 1 goal and 1 assist, and beauty assist to Dylan Holloway. He's just he's got a really quick shot, wicked release, and it was on full display last night. So it's pretty cool, man, and this is going to be interesting to see when, you know, Kane comes back. Obviously, we had to bring up Janmark and Klim Kostin when Kane went down, but these guys have been, you know, they fit in nicely, and obviously they didn't start on the team this year because of the cap. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think, you know, as soon as Evander Kane comes in, I think Janmark's probably going to get sent down, and then we still have Holloway. But honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Holloway play a few more games with Connor here, just see what they can do, you know. And I think that's a good test for Holloway, you know, if it'll be a good test, because I honestly think if Evander Kane comes back and they're like, okay, no, obviously we're going to put Kane with McDavid, and if, you know, Holloway wasn't really cutting in on the fourth line. So I think if Kane comes back, there's a good chance Hollywood might, oh man, I keep on saying Hollywood. There's a good chance Holloway might get sent down to the minors, but I don't know. Time will tell. I think maybe that's, and who knows, maybe they don't do that because of the salary. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes on there, but the point I'm getting at is nice to see him get that, you know, the time that he deserves, and he's paid his dues. You know, he had a rough start to the year in the preseason. Obviously, he crushed it, but you know, now I think is a time for him to just play these next few games. If the line is rolling, you know, don't stop. Let's keep it rolling, and we'll go from there. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, as always, guys, in the comment section below. I try to interact with you guys as much as possible. It's great for the channel. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video, guys. If you made it this far, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for all the Oilers and hockey talk on YouTube. You know, that's what we do. And yeah, with that being said, man, I gotta count how many times I said "with that being said" in this episode. It's probably a lot, but take her easy, guys. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.